Happy Tuesday. I got our oh, that's an hour.
Oh, look at you, Lyric.
Oops.
What you got going?
Well, I was setting a ramble.
We have a ramble timer.
Hold on.
Because we have stuff.
Well,
my tongue looked a color.
Well, shoot.
Good afternoon. Love and miss y'all. We love and miss you too, Lyric.
You, Lyric. And I miss you.
She's like our...
Don't say it.
I know. Remember that one time I said it? I just almost forgot. I didn't even know what it was.
All right, we have 6 minutes to ramble. So
go.
I just
now you're putting pressure on me.
I have the same thing on that I wore on Friday.
Oh, really?
Hat and everything.
That's funny.
Everybody's going to think it's like a replay because I have on. Right.
But you have me next to you.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't not sitting here by
This
myself.
is green on there. When really this is more blue.
I know, it's a real pretty blue, too.
Isn't that
that's
a pretty
shame.
blue? It's very, yeah, that's an ugly color. If you have a color. But
it's
just
actually
doesn't go
a real
with my skin
pretty
tone.
deep turquoise.
Turquoise.
Lyric said it. I'm not a groupie. No, you're not.
Oh, don't say. Yeah, you're not. I know. I said that. No, I just thought. I didn't know what it meant. Thought it meant like, good friend. No, that's not what it means. I didn't know what it meant. So, yeah. Well, it looks like you're the only one, so. No, there's 5.
It's probably throwing everybody off because we
did
a little swap-a-rooney. So
that was a cute one. Did you do the post? It was cute of us being like this. Yeah, I liked it.
You did a good job.
Good job. It was really good.
Good afternoon, Pastor
Hi,
Mallory.
Pastor Mallory.
How's everybody doing on this January
6th?
Third day of the fast? How we doing?
Uno,
How we
dos,
doing?
tres.
Anybody feeling a little foggy? It's good. Clarity's coming.
You know what?
Push through the fog. Clarity's coming.
Yesterday I felt like I got hit
by
fog
is real.
The bus. I had the hugest bags under my eyes all day yesterday. I was like, what? And I went home and I kind of laid back down for a minute. I felt just like trash. Today I feel way better.
Yeah.
I think you just, even though it's the second day, you get through the 6 a.m. prayer.
I think a January fast is... Your body is, because you've probably overindulged like most people during the holidays, and so you have your body has more things to get out of your system.
Mine would be sweets, lots of sweets.
There's a little bit of a drag, but
this one here, we went to my niece had her baby Allie.
Are you supposed to say that?
Well, she posted it on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she? Okay. Really pretty little boy, or handsome little boy. And so we were like, let's go and let's do a day trip, or no, let's just go visit because, all of our family lives in Tulsa. And so we wanted to go and kind of see her and everything. And so she calls me up. She's like, let's do it. So we left we got there at 6 p.m. It was 3.5 hours. We went and saw.
No, it was more than 3.5.
We got there at 6:30 to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was going somewhere with this and I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh, eating. I was trying to get back to how we ate really bad going on. I had Red Hots. Yeah. She had those little
Swedish fish.
I don't
do red dye 40. I haven't done it for a long time, but for some reason I thought, you know what? I'm going to treat myself on this drive. And I'll tell you, I was on cloud 9 eating them. I was like, man, that sugar hit my system, and it was like crack.
That's good.
I
enjoyed mine.
This is amazing.
I was like, ooh, Red Hots, or what are they called?
It was like, I felt amazing. And then on the drive home, we kept eating them.
Well, it's because we were tired. So we left around 10 p.m., and we had 3.5 hours to drive. Well, she drove. And it was dicey because I didn't get home until about 2:45, almost 3
This one was supposed to stay awake.
I did.
Keep me awake.
I did as best I could.
I want to take a vote and a poll on how many of y'all think that she stayed awake.
I stayed awake. I was in and out. But just know I tried to put on like a
No,
some
let me
comedy.
tell you what she did. So she was trying to keep me laughing to keep me awake.
She was like this.
I was 10 and 2.
She was, but real close to the steering wheel. And
10
I was
and
like,
2. You know how it is. You're driving
I
and
know.
you're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Like, I'm not going to make
maybe
it.
I should have driven some.
No. Anyways,
Well, I'm just saying.
so
I could have.
that last hour is about 1 a.m. or 1:30.
That was rough.
She was
I pulled up-
scrolling reels and she had her phone up
I was
really,
on YouTube,
really loud.
and I was trying to find some comedians.
No, you were on Instagram because you were scrolling reels.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it kept going to different ones. Well, so I'm driving and all of a sudden the same reel plays about 5 times.
I didn't even know.
And I was like, I looked over and she's like this.
I didn't even know. Was I really?
Turn your phone off.
I did. I don't
Yes.
remember. I thought I was like
I was
awake
like-
the whole time.
It's like, thanks for the help,
I
sister.
didn't even know. I thought
Yeah.
I was awake the whole time. I was like, I'm doing pretty good. I did pretty good for her.
No, you didn't.
I'm the best wingman ever.
No. Not
But-
that last hour. That last
y'all,
hour
it was awful.
Brutal.
And then we got to her
terrible.
house, she was like, you just need to stay here. Like, you don't need to go home. And I was like, no. Because I
it's
had to get up
bad.
early anyway for some reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's
was
just going to be
bad.
better if I go home. So she watches me on Live 360 while my car just all the way home. So it was rough.
Yeah, just not. You know what? No.
Don't do it.
And then the next day, y'all want to know how? I felt like I had the flu. Like literally,
Yeah, she did.
I did. I felt sick. I thought, oh my gosh, I caught something. No, I caught a big old bag of Red 40 is what I caught.
Oh, yeah.
My body was revolting.
It was
My body
awful.
was like, what are you doing? Like, no.
It was rough. But
It was
I
bad.
mean, when we were in the moment, I was like, I'm so glad we came. That baby, her little boy is adorable.
Right.
And I had no regrets, but I really don't have any regrets. But it was about
No.
1 a.m. I was like, what do we do?
No,
But
we
it was-
probably should
and
have
we-
stayed the night.
We
should've
probably
tried
should
to
have.
grab
And
him,
Allie was surprised. She was so surprised. And
Mm-hmm.
he's just one of the prettiest babies I've ever seen. I was like, he's just 9
but-
pounds
I know. I
and
think
7
we
ounces.
even told her he was prettier than our babies.
Oh, way prettier.
We
Pax
did.
had no eyebrows. I'm like, where's your eyebrows? And it was like, no eyebrows. My mom, I remember her saying, I've never seen a baby with no eyebrows. I'm like, well, there you go. He has no eyebrows. And he had like one little patch of hair. Her little baby had like this full head of dark hair, the brows, just tan
Just
skin.
real pretty.
Yeah. Anyways, but you know what? They've gotten cuter as they've gotten older.
They have.
Yeah.
They're pretty kids.
They're real pretty kids. Handsome bunch of children.
Yeah. Said all that to say, don't know why. Said all that.
I just eat. It all went to
Oh,
eating
to
and
fasting.
making you feel
yeah,
bad. And
the first few days of fasting, your body's kind of like getting.
like, where is my red dye 40? Like, I'm sorry, I'll get it in 21 days.
Candy? Where's
I
my
know.
sugar?
Where's my sugar? That would be me.
Oh,
Where's the
man.
cookies, Kynsie? I can't do it.
No, it's
I
rough.
love some cookies too.
Yeah. The real question is who drives better at night?
Well, you know what? I drive pretty good.
You know what? Technically, she's a better driver than me,
It's true.
but
I don't know how I would drive
I
at
think
night.
my attention span is better than yours.
I see starbursts, so I don't know.
I didn't know. That would be me. I don't see Starburst.
You
at
don't?
night. No,
it's
we
the
don't.
it's that LASIK I got like 15 years ago. Oh my gosh, just dated myself. And then they corrected it, it's where you can get the one without starbursts. I'm like, why
and
would
you
I
were
want one
offering
with?
to drive.
Well, I was. I just don't. Nighttime is not my best time. Nighttime I don't like, but like
So you should have driven on the way down there, and then I
probably
drove home.
that's probably what should have happened. But at night, like all the lights are like, doo, doo. I'm like, wow, it's like like you're. Ooh, what did I take? Oh, the server. It's not good. So it's probably good that I didn't. But I am a better
Lordy.
driver.
She is technically a better driver.
Andrea's just like heavy-footed. Like, oh, I need to be over there. She's not like. I was like, you got to get over. Got to get out. Oh, okay. And so she turns with the whole car, like her head and the whole car goes.
It's true. It's pretty accurate.
But
She's telling the truth.
she hasn't been
Yeah.
in any accidents. Well, that wasn't your fault though.
No. What?
Well,
Well,
was it? It was her
yeah,
fault.
it
But she
was.
didn't mean to. She
does
tried
anybody
real hard.
mean to get in an accident?
No.
Does anybody intentionally say, today I'm going to get in an accident?
No, I'm just trying to help you out.
Thank you.
But she did.
I appreciate
She
it.
did rear end the person, but she didn't mean to.
Boy, it's all right.
She had
Everybody's okay. So, hello, Miss Dawn. How are you?
Dawn. Hello. Hola.
All right.
All right. Let's
so
keep going.
our rambling is done. So
Yep.
I titled today "Understanding Why Fasting is Necessary." I will say January it's not the easiest time. It's hard as far as like, getting your system, on track or whatever. But as far as like support, literally like a bazillion people are fasting right now. So you have all the support of other
true.
believers. Unless you're friends with people who don't fast.
Then you get some Christian friends.
You get some new friends.
Get some new ones.
Get some new friends. I'm just kidding.
No, but
I'm
it
just
is
kidding.
easier when you have.
Yeah, it's easier because listen, if you fast throughout the year and you don't tell people, which you should do, once you try not to just fast once a year. It's good to do this regularly. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go on prolonged fast like we do in January, but I'll fast periodically throughout the year at different times for different time spans. That's another big argument with people is that believers like to argue about is time frame.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to argue with anybody about a time frame of a fast because the Bible doesn't say it's only a fast if you fast this many hours. It's only a fast if you fast this many days. No, it doesn't. It's not clear on time frame. It's clear on what fasting is. You're abstaining from food, but as far as time frame, that's between you and the Lord, and no one can tell you your hunger level. Like, I will say a fast shouldn't be easy. It is challenging. It is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. You're consecrating yourself. You're stirring a natural hunger that leads to a spiritual hunger. So yeah, it's not supposed to be comfortable and easy. You know what cracks me up is back in the day they had like
Did they know that?
fasting cookbooks. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh, cookbooks.
Different ways you could cook broth, and there was a Daniel fast cookbook.
Man, that had a lot of carbs and fat in it. Remember those Daniel fasts?
Yeah,
have, like,
because people would go and eat
bread.
Yeah, they would eat bread and chips and beans, and I'm like, how is this a fast? Somebody explain. I mean, even then, when I didn't fully understand like fasting, and I could have cared less about fasting, because I wasn't fasting back then. But I even back then I thought it doesn't seem like a fast. Like,
No,
people were gaining weight on the table.
they were. I'm like, how'd you get bigger?
I'm like, I guess that's the sacrifice. I don't.
Sacrifice is weight. I'm like,
You're
I gotta
carrying
fast.
extra weight,
I'm
so
gaining
you
weight
can
for the
carry
Lord.
the weight of His glory.
Wait, there you go. Spiritual spin.
Gain on chips and bread and beans.
Oh yeah, it's all the beans because it's like you don't eat like
I don't.
protein.
Yeah, it was, which I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole other.
That's
topic.
a whole other thing.
But
That'll stir other people.
fasting's
but-
not supposed to be easy, and get that out of your head. It's not supposed to be easy. So back to understanding why fasting is necessary. Understanding is key. If you don't know why you're fasting, I would recommend you do a little research before you start fasting, because if you don't know why you're fasting, you're not going to know the purpose of it, and you're not going to be focused because you're going to be just starving and not knowing why you're fasting. You're fasting to stir a spiritual hunger in yourself. Until you understand why fasting is necessary. This is another point. Until you understand why fasting is necessary, you'll look for justification and reasons why you can't fast or you shouldn't fast. And it's a mindset that has to be broken. Yes, there are, health-related reasons why you can't fast, but why can't you fast? If you don't have a physical reason why you can't fast, like you're on medication, you have, health conditions that keep you from fasting, pregnant, nursing if you're 70 or older.
Yeah.
However, I know lots of over 70-year-olds that fast still. and even some 80-year-olds. You're just exempt biblically from fasting if you're over 70. Now, I don't know where that scripture's at. We'll chat GPT that later if somebody wants to do that now. Find that scripture where it says you're exempt if you're 70. Just so we don't say that. We need to back that up with a verse.
Wow. Exempt.
I've heard other people say it, but I've never actually read the scripture myself. So I don't want to tell y'all a lie. So it's breaking a mindset that you can't fast, that you can't physically do it because you can. If you don't have a health restriction and you don't fall under any of those categories, you can fast. And then on the flip side of that, I talked about this on Friday. Even if you can't physically fast, which is abstaining from food, you can position yourself spiritually as if you are on a fast. And what do I mean by that? You cut out distractions. You eat to live. You eat to survive. You're not doing anything pleasurable. You're not eating cookies. You're not eating sweets. You can do that. Now, it's not necessarily fasting, but you're positioning yourself to feel a spiritual hunger, and you're cutting out distractions. Anyway, so breaking the mindset that you can't fast. For years, I thought I physically could not fast. I was like, I physically can't. I'll physically get ill. And it was just in my head. It's a mindset. Yeah, it's a stronghold that has to be to come down in your mind, because you can gradually prepare yourself to do a fast. I didn't start doing, the first time I fasted, I didn't dive in the deep end and just go do a full liquid 21-day fast. No, I started with a 6 to 6 fast, and that was difficult for me for the first time. But I'll say that first fast that I did, breaking that mindset in my head that I couldn't do it, it broke something off of me. And I think for a lot of believers, that's what you need to do. You need to break your mindset. Now, today I'm not talking to people who can't physically fast for health reasons or whatever reason you have. Your age, you're pregnant, you're nursing, all those restrictions that you shouldn't be fasting. You're on medication that requires food. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that don't have physical restrictions, but you've never fully fasted because you've told yourself you can't do it. Physically, I cannot do it. But you need to break that mindset. It's a stronghold in your mind that you can't do it. If you want to grow spiritually, you want to go deeper in the Lord, you want a deeper intimacy with Him, it requires spiritual hunger that comes through fasting and prayer. You are supposed to be hungry. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. If you do not break that mindset in your head that you cannot fast, you're not capable of it, you won't go past a certain point. You're always going to get right there, and then you'll kind of back up a little bit. Fasting, it breaks things open in the spiritual realm. It does. I've experienced it in my own life. Until I mastered the discipline of a time of prayer and fasting, I could only get to a certain point, and then I was like, almost like I would hit a wall. But when I completed that first 21-day fast, I'm telling you, I felt like I could do anything. Like like the Lord it strengthened me. It gave me spiritual clarity. Like I don't know. It's just, it's inexplicable. But if you've never completed a fast, break the mindset that you're not capable of it, because you are. Let me get to my other points here. I kind of rambled there, lost my place. I need you with like a stick to just go under my notes.
To prod you.
No, what time?
2:25.
Oh, and you gotta go. Okay. Yeah. Let me hurry. Okay.
You're doing great though. It's good. Good word, Pastor.
Thank you. Where was that? Oh, breaking the mindset. Until you understand why fasting is necessary, you'll look for justification and reasons why you can't fast, or you'll search out other people who affirm your belief that it's not necessary. And then you'll resent any time a fast is called for corporately, or if anyone around you is fasting, you'll scoff at it. You'll resent it because you don't think it's necessary, and you've justified in your own head that fasting's not necessary. No, it's not necessary if you want to stay where you're at. It's necessary if you want to live you want to live in the fullness of who God's called you to be and do what God's called you to do. It is necessary, especially if you feel called to the fivefold ministry, if you feel called to ministry like full time, you need to learn how to fast and fast properly. So yeah, don't surround yourself with other believers that just want to do the bare minimum and don't think that fasting is necessary. You don't have to fast. It's not necessary. Well, if you want to stay where you're at and not grow, it's not necessary. I don't mean to sound harsh. I'm just trying to encourage y'all. I'm trying to prod y'all into staying where you're at, especially if you're part of this house. I don't want anybody to get stagnant or be stuck. And spin your wheels year after year and cycle after cycle. No, you don't have to. Your life doesn't have to be that way. You can break cycles. Go read Isaiah 58:12. Isaiah 58. It lists why you fast, but it also describes the correct heart posture of a fast, because you can get in a ditch. You can get in a ditch where you feel like you're superior to everybody else because you can complete a fast and you're like, look at me. And, you're wearing sackcloth and ashes and look at me. I'm fasting. I'm so humble. I fast. No, don't do that either. No, it's a heart posture of humility, but you're washing your face and you're being a normal person. So go read Isaiah 58, and it lists why you should fast, how you fast, why you fast. And Isaiah 58:12, I want to be known as a repairer of the breach, a restorer of streets to dwell in. So fasting not only breaks things open for you spiritually, it breaks things open in you to carry that power to others. And you need that. That's what we're called to do. I got a lot of notes to cover in like 10 minutes. Oof. Hang tight. All right. Fasting stirs spiritual hunger. So it's like you got to feel that natural hunger and that natural discomfort to get to the spiritual hunger that it stirs in you. And it's a heart position. It's a heart position before God. It's a humble desperation that you want more of him and less of what this world has to offer. You're pushing the plate back to dig into the word of God and to pray and seek his face and be like, Lord, what do you have for me in this season? What do you want to speak to me? What do you want to burn out of me right now? These are the things that you go into a fast. Like, Lord, I am. You lay yourself bare and you push back the plate and you push through and you're like, and you seek the Lord. It's desperation. You're desperate for a life lived on purpose and in his power. Stop letting other people, casual Christians, tell you it's not necessary or that it's extreme or that it's intense or whatever. Don't surround yourself with those type of people because you'll end up like them. Do you want to live a bare minimum life, or do you want to live in the full power that God expects you, or that he's created you to walk in? It's going to require a more consecrated life. You're not going to look like every other Christian. You're not. You need to surround yourself with the people that are desperate for God, that know how to press into God. Where am I at? Don't let other people tell you it's not necessary. It is necessary if you want to walk in God's power. For the church to function in God's power, fasting is necessary. Consecration is necessary. God's power flows through human obedience. Do you hear that? God's power flows through human obedience. He's not going to override your obedience with his power. Like, you want to operate in God's power and you want him to be able to flow freely through you. You have to live a consecrated life. It's a prerequisite. It's required. Living a consecrated life requires much. Go read Matthew 6. You noticed in Matthew 6, Jesus does not say if one time. It's when you pray, when you fast, when you give. It's not if. It's necessary. fasting breaks hindrances off your life. The things that keep you stuck year after year, going through the same cycles, fasting breaks those off of your life. I guarantee you fasting will break cycles that you've dealt with for years. I've experienced it in my own life, and it wasn't like overnight, but I'm telling you, after that first fast, it's like this one thing that I had dealt with my entire life, all of a sudden it wasn't there. Like it wasn't like it wasn't, it was gone. And I was just like, and it wasn't an aha moment of like,
it's gone.
Right.
It was more like
but it was like a noticing,
You're like, oh, wait.
Kind of that thing that's always been there is not there. I don't deal with it's not there. Like the desire's not there. It wasn't there the way that it was before. And fasting breaks those off of your life. It gives you just I don't know. And then I wanted to read Joel 2:12, and I marked it. 12. I don't think I'll read through 18, but anyways, I'm going to read Joel 2:12. Therefore also now, says the Lord, turn and keep on coming to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning, until every hindrance is removed and the broken fellowship is restored. Rend your hearts and not your garments, and return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in love kindness, and he revokes his sentence of evil when his conditions are met. Who knows but what he will revoke your sentence for evil, and leave a blessing behind him, giving you the means with which to serve him, even a cereal or meal offering and a drink offering for the Lord your God. So, he's telling us, turn to me with fasting, with weeping. It's a humbling, it's a positioning of yourself before the Lord, that I am so desperate for things to be different. I'm so desperate for God to transform my life into a life that he can use, a vessel of honor, that I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if fasting is what's necessary, by golly, I'm going to fast. Set your heart like that. You want a different year? Learn how to incorporate fasting into your prayer life. It will absolutely transform your life. 100%. Fasting puts your spirit in control. Most strongholds or hindrances are self-discipline related. They are. And so when you master the habit of fasting, the discipline of fasting with your prayer, it breaks things open. It breaks things off of you, and it breaks things open. The ordinary Christian doing the bare minimum is not dominated or led by their spirit. They're led by their flesh, their feelings, how they feel physically, how they feel emotionally. That's what guides them. When you learn to fast, you're pushing. You're not feeding your flesh. Like you're like, yeah, I feel the hunger. Yeah, it sucks. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's not going to drive me to go grab food. In this time frame that I've set aside, I am not going to eat. I thank you, Father God. I am more hungry for you than I am for natural food in this time frame, and I'm going to seek you out. So, yeah, people who the ordinary Christians that think that fasting is not necessary are typically dominated by their flesh. I don't need emails. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just talking. We're just shooting the breeze here.
Shooting it.
Dropping
the breeze.
Bringing the truth. Also, they're usually dominated by their random thoughts. They go undisciplined in their mind as well. That's typically true. Fasting takes self-discipline, and it's learned. It's like a muscle. It is a training of yourself. It's a spiritual discipline. It's not done out of legalism. Please don't hear me. It's not done out of, you can't fast in legalism. don't fast. If you're doing it in legalism, you might as well just don't do it, because it's also not a correct way to fast. You're making a decision to do more than the bare minimum because you're desperate for God's maximum in your life, his maximum power, his maximum blessings, his maximum favor. That is what you're going after, the hand of God on your life. Fasting is uncomfortable, but its reward is far greater than the temporary discomfort. And the two questions I wanted to leave with y'all today, and you need to ask yourself this. Go home, or if you're already home, I'm talking to y'all too. When y'all go home.
When you go home.
Ask yourself, why am I fasting? You should be able to answer that right off the bat. Why am I fasting? I'll tell you right for myself, I want a different year. I want to go further in the Lord. I want to carry a greater power and a greater anointing so that this is a house of deliverance, a house of people getting set free, a house of people getting healed. That requires a level of consecration that only comes by prayer and fasting. That's why I fast. You need to ask yourself, why am I fasting? Is that what you want? Or you want different things in your life? You want a different year? Or you need things broken off of your life? Whatever it is, get it on paper. Why am I fasting? And then the other question is, if you're not fasting, why? Why are you not fasting? That's my other question to you. I'm not going to answer. Why are you not fasting?
Why are you not fasting?
I'm saying you ask yourself this. Why am I not fasting? And I'm not talking to the people who physically can't fast. I'm talking to people who have just decided not to fast. But why? Why are you not fasting? Is it you just don't feel led to, or is it really that question is coming from, have you put a limitation on yourself that you can't do it? I'm trying to challenge those that have limited themselves in their mind that they can't fast, because you can. Anyway, so those are the two questions that I wanted to give y'all to ask yourselves today. Why are you fasting? And if you're not fasting, why are you not fasting? We're in a corporate time. There's no better time to fast than during this time. It's powerful because you have so many believers that are doing the same thing at the same time. You can't tell me that doesn't pack power. It's powerful.
I feel like it's kind of easier if you're just
No, seriously, it's a lot easier. Like when I do other fasts, like I did one in October, and I didn't even tell anybody.
Well, you were like, this one's a little tougher this time,
Right. I didn't even tell Ryan that I was fasting, and I did.
Maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was a different one.
In October, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it was harsh. Yeah. I was like, this sucks. Yeah. Nobody else is fasting. Nobody knows I'm fasting. They just it sucks. I'm just saying it when you're doing a corporate fast, it packs the punch. Not that individual fasting doesn't. It packs the punch too, but you get what I'm saying. There's power in numbers.
It's true.
So anyways, I encourage you guys, stick to the fast. If you haven't started, get on the train.
Start. Yeah.
I know you're on Instagram and you can't help but see everybody that's fasting right now.
Yeah.
And you're not doing it because everybody else is, but it should stir in you a little bit of a hunger. Like, you know what? I can do that. I want to go further in God. You know what? I'm going to fast. For the very first time, I'm going to fast. Or you've been doing an easy fast. So you challenge yourself to go further. Now, I'm not saying don't kill yourself by any stretch of the means. No. Like, be smart, be wise, get with someone that knows how to fast correctly. And if you need tips, ask somebody. There's so many good people that know how to fast and doing it correctly. And some people just, it's out of just not knowing how to fast. Like, what do I drink? What do I not drink? What am I allowed to drink? What am I not allowed to drink? Some of it's common sense, but some of it people just don't know, and then they hurt themselves because they don't know how. So, hit us up. We'll help you. Get you a fasting, until you learn how to correctly fast, get you a fasting accountability person that can help you walk through your very first fast. On what to eat. Not what to eat. What to drink. Don't go get a 10,000 calorie smoothie.
Absolutely.
Just because it's liquid does not mean that it's fasting.
No.
No. Don't go to Starbucks and get a $5,000. Sorry.
1,000 calorie.
Sorry, the brain is still a little foggy. 5,000 calorie mocha cookie crumble
With the whipped cream on top.
with a whipped cream on top. Well, it's liquid. I'm fasting.
That's pretty funny.
No, you want to send yourself into a diabetic shock. Do that
We don't want to do
on
that.
an empty stomach.
Don't do it.
Anyways.
All right, gotta go. Bye.
Anywho,
We love you.
I love you guys. And as much as you can, come to prayer. 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday through the fast. So we love you guys. And we will see you tonight at 6 p.m. for prayer.
Yay, bye-bye. Boom.